Hey everybody, this is Dustin, Cherokee Specialist. So I'm up here on the roof on a 2022 Outdoors RV Titanium Series, and I just want to do a quick walk around on the roof. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but so far what I've found is just little minor stuff. A lot of the sealants have shrunk down due to the age. This unit's basically approaching 3 years old. It was produced in August of 2021, and so I would come up here and I would either do a complete roof reseal or I would do an overlay. I would scrape off all the sealants, or I would wipe them all down real well and do an overlay on them. Some of them look a little thin. We usually like to see them a little bit thicker. I didn't see any water damage. I did see that the side edges need to be resealed on the coach, and I'll zoom in and show you that here in just a second. So if you have an outdoors RV and you're wanting to know what to look for on the roof, you can see the different colors over here in these corners. So on the left lower, that's like a non-sag sealant that they pasted down, and then on the front of that is like a clear silicone, and then on the top is either alpha or dichlor lap sealant. So one of the tattletales is, you can see how that's kind of stretching right there, where it's rippling. That's getting ready to separate at some point. It's just from it aging out. On the side edges itself, if you look in here, you see how that stuff's separating from the side edges right there. So that's separating from the side edges, and that pretty much goes all the way down like that on both sides of the coach. Also, the insert moldings have shrunk up, and they're allowing dirt and water to get past them as well. And so here's another view of these edges, and you can see that water could go right in there, because it's not making contact anymore. Sorry it's so shaky. I'm having to zoom in pretty good so that you can see it. But we typically would tell you to take out the insert moldings, replace those. All these edges, see how there's different sealants here? Those are starting to come loose and discolor. And again, they're just not very thick. So I would recommend a complete reseal or an overlay. There's some areas where they didn't seal it thick enough, or again, it's just shrunk as time has gone by, but we don't want water to get past it. If you've seen any of our other videos, we just did one today where there was a tear in the roof that was about the size of a pencil head, like a eraser or a screw, we'll say. And it basically rotted 3 sheets of wood, and the wood clear down to the studs and inside in the paneling, but it showed no signs inside the roof of damage. They actually came in for something else, and we were up here doing an exterior eval, and we can see and feel in the roof. So we're looking for things that are bubbled up or lifted or whatnot while we're up here. So same thing with this. This is an attic vent. If you didn't know what that was, the sealants on that need to be thickened up. Same thing with this fantastic fan, this Max Air fan. You see how that's kind of shrink up right there. So I would definitely do a roof reseal. This corner's the same way. See how you have that little, looks like almost a stitching sign in there, and then those corners. So I would do the same thing that, and again, you can see where all that sealant's let loose from there. So, okay, well, sorry again, we're at an actual real shop and don't have a microphone to drown out that background noise. As you can see, there's a bunch of units on the lot, every brand, year, make, and model. And they're all here for maintenance and repairs because we don't sell anything. So if you have an outdoors RV and you're looking to come in and make an appointment with us, you can contact us at 209-263-7040. That's the shop number. Or you can reach us out through service at calrvspecialist.com. We encourage you to check out our Outdoors RV Facebook group, and you'll see a lot of pictures and posts and things that we've come across them. Other things, while I'm up here on the roof, people ask, hey, what would you do? Again, I would seal everything up thicker, go back and tighten up all my side seams. What's nice is this particular roof, it has 3 skylights. So it's got a lot of skylights in here. And then it's also got 3 max fans with the built-in protector on it, versus see, that one over there doesn't have a cover. These ones are built in, or if you want to look for a different Dometic version, those have a cover. These on this unit, all 3 of them, I don't know if they came from the factory that way. It looks kind of like it, but they're all you know, that version where it lifts up and has a built-in cover on it, which is fantastic. The other things I would check is, you know, solar connections, making sure that that zip tie that's down there doesn't go bad, or I would tuck those wires back underneath. That's also where your fuse is down there too. Make sure that that gets tucked in and doesn't come loose. As far as on the fabric, this is an AlumiGuard awning, and you can see a couple things here. The wiring that used to be red and black is now white and black because of the sun damage, and then the material itself is starting to shrink and crack, and you can see where the stitching is now coming loose. So anytime you have an AlumiGuard on there, there's always a fabric that's usually about 1.5 inches or so here that runs all the way down the awning. So when dust and dirt and sun, if you're not protecting that, you can cause damage to that, and that'll still rip off the coach, even though the surface is protected from just brush guards, you know, for like if you hit a tree or whatnot. So I would also make sure you keep the roof clean. There's been some stuff from getting up here that's kind of stained it. So don't be afraid of using like 303 or any of the rubber roof treatments that'll kind of protect the roof, keep it yellow. We were talking about awnings tearing off. Well, there you go. You know, it's an older coach, but look how bad that material tore off the coach. So make sure that you are keeping up on all those maintenances. If you want to check more into our articles or other videos, we have a lot of products and articles written about what to do and how to do it. So, all right, well, I'm going to hop off. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope these videos help you to kind of spot what's going on your unit. Thanks again for watching, and travel safe.